Whenever a mother divides her estate among her children, it's possible that she'll give equal shares to all of them. Or it's also possible that among those children, there'll be a beloved son or daughter, and that son or daughter might get a little extra. This is normal in our families. We see mothers do the same in homes, and in the movie we're bringing you today, the mother does divide her estate among her children, but she doesn't give a single penny of her estate to her youngest daughter, who is very close to her and her beloved. Surprised, right? That's nothing. Okay, she didn't give anything from the estate, but that was the daughter who works very hard in her mother's company. But this is a unique mother, friends. Who writes in her will that a daughter cannot work in this company after her? Meaning, she even takes away his job. Now her daughter has neither a home nor a job. But still, friends, she's the mother's most beloved daughter. This is what is so confusing. It's this confusion that forced me to watch this movie. And then we're here with a great explanation for you to find out why the mother did this. Let's go inside this movie released this year. It's called The Life List. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. The story begins with our heroine, Alex, wearing a new dress and asking her boyfriend, Finn, "Hey, how does it look?" He doesn't even look at her properly and says, "It's great." Alex angrily goes to try on another dress, and Finn is a total glutton. Alex brought a salad from home, which he's shoving into his mouth. "Oh, sorry, don't say it's a salad. It's okay, we just call it a salad in our normal homes." So, he doesn't miss a single meal. I mean, he's so hungry all the time. Alex says, "That's enough, my stomach's going to burst." She then takes Finn to her house, where Alex's sister-in-law's baby shower is going on. This is Alex, right? He has two older brothers. It's the baby shower of one of their brothers' wives. Pregnant women, mothers, and other women there repeatedly give Alex advice: get married soon, have kids, settle down, etc. But Alex gets extremely irritated by their talk, and Finn had already told Alex that if they bother him too much, scratch his ear and I'll understand, and then we'll both go to your bedroom. And that's exactly what happens. Everyone starts advising Alex to settle down. On the other side, Alex's mother, Elizabeth, is shown. Elizabeth has been wanting to meet Alex for a long time, but someone or the other keeps distracting her. Then Alex's brothers and sisters-in-law come to meet Alex, but for some reason, Alex feels bored here and she starts scratching her ear. At that very moment, Finn is also scratching his ear, so they both laugh and head for the bedroom. Finn goes into Alex's bedroom, but someone distracts Alex, preventing her from entering. Meanwhile, Tin stands there, all dressed up for Alex. Look at him, friends, in this avatar. He even plays music and starts dancing. Alex's older brother's children go upstairs from their play and enter Alex's bedroom. Seeing Finn in this state, they are shocked. Finn quickly hides his clothes under his hat. But kids are kids. They announce to the whole house that Uncle was dancing naked there. After everyone leaves, friends, the mother and daughter lie in Elizabeth's bedroom, cuddled together for the night. Elizabeth says, "Son, I've been meaning to talk to you all day, but we couldn't." During the conversation, Elizabeth teases Alex by mentioning Finn, saying, "Your boyfriend seems quite romantic. Well, you wanted to be a teacher since childhood, but now you're working in marketing at my cosmetics company. Don't you regret that?" Alex says, "I'm not sorry, Mom. In fact, I feel proud that I work at my mother's company. I just want to be with you forever. By the way, I've decided to share Finn's room with him because it will save on rent." Elizabeth says, "Look, son, I find him really cute, but you should make your decision carefully. He's a nice guy, but even at his age, he plays video games. Tell me, he doesn't do any proper work or earn anything, and he's..." Forget everything, Alex. I wanted to talk to you about something else. But before Alex can share that, Alex understands and asks if he's failed somewhere else. Elizabeth says yes. Alex replies, "Hey, when I first had cancer, I treated it and cured it, right? Let's try the same treatment again." But Elizabeth hugs Alex and explains, "Son, this time it's a very serious case, and the doctor has clearly said that treatment won't help. Even if I get treatment, The treatment will cause me more pain than the disease itself. I was worried about you. I wonder what you'll do after me. That means, friends, Elizabeth has cancer. Alex also cries, Mom, how will I live without you? And then, in the next scene, oh my God, Elizabeth's funeral is taking place. She's died of cancer. After the funeral, relatives and others have come to the house, and a feast has been prepared for everyone. Finn arrives with a plate full of food, as he always does. Then, Alex's father is shown, but Alex doesn't talk to him properly. It seems they don't get along. Anyway, friends, for now, everyone sets out to meet Elizabeth Lloyd, who has Elizabeth's will. On the way, the two brothers discuss who will get their mother's costly paintings, who will get their house, and so on. One of the daughters-in-law asks how long Alex has been managing their cosmetics company. Surely their mother must have named the company after Alex. Finally, everyone arrives at the office. A young man is sitting there. They ask, "Who are you? Where's the lawyer?" He replies, "Look, I'm an associate lawyer at this firm." Alex mocks him, "Hey, you look like a college student." Then he reveals his name is Brad, and he knows them all by name. He explains, "Your mother had me write this will." The poor woman was counting her days. But even then, his humor and nature hadn't diminished in the slightest, and he began reading the will, in which Elizabeth had left valuable paintings to one son. Another property of Elizabeth's had been given to another son. These people simply jot down on a notepad what was given to whom. Elizabeth had written that her children could stay in her house, where Alex is currently living, for a maximum of 90 days. After that, whether they could sell the house or live there, nothing was written about that, friends. So, a son asks, "Why can't we sell the house?" Alex says, "Mother loved that house very much. We all grew up there. Perhaps that's why Mother didn't want to sell it." And now, friends, the cosmetics company that Alex manages will be given to each child, with 20% of its shares. But those shares won't benefit them at the moment, because they'll only be able to sell their shares and make a profit once it becomes a publicly listed company. Before that, they won't be able to do anything to the company. Now, all that's left is 40% of the shares and the CEO position, both of which Elizabeth had bequeathed to one of her daughters-in-law, and Alex was shocked, because he had done so much for the growth of his mother's company. But this is strange. Mother transferred the company to her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law herself is shocked, wondering what she's done. Furthermore, the marketing head position will also go to the same daughter-in-law. This was also written in Elizabeth's will. Poor Alex can't bear it, and she asks Brad, "Why did Mom do this to me? Was there a reason?" Brad says no, but Elizabeth left a letter for Alex saying, "After the will is read, you should meet with Brad alone. He'll tell you some things." But Alex is furious. "I've worked hard for 3 years to build this company, but Mom had no idea. She called me her darling child. But when it came to the estate, she didn't even give me a damn." Brad says, "Look, don't jump to any decisions without thinking. Your mother is a very intelligent woman. I mean, whatever she did, she must have thought it through. Be patient. I know very well how close you and your mother were to each other. She must have had something wonderful in mind for you. Trust me, and take this." With that, he hands Alex a CD saying, "Your mother made this especially for you. I gave it to you. Try playing it. By the way, you have a CD player, right?" "My boyfriend has it," Alex says. "He's always playing video games. But what my mother did to me after her death is utterly unfair. Okay, I'll see to it. My lawyer will meet you soon, and you should be prepared to answer his questions." With that, she threatens Brad and leaves. She's so angry. Brad starts muttering, "I'm your unlucky lawyer. Who else are you talking about?" Poor Alex comes home crying. The first thing she does is open the coffin. Inside is a piece of paper. When Alex was 13, every student in her class had to write down what they wanted to do in life. They had to make a to-do list for life. So Alex made a list which her mother had kept for so many years, and now, through Brad, she's passed it on to Alex. First, Alex wrote, "I want to be a great teacher." The second point was make peace, not war, with Dad. That is, to make peace with Dad. Elizabeth had a favorite song, which Alex had tried so hard to play on the piano, but she had never been able to do it properly. That's why Alex wrote, "I have to learn that tune, no matter what." Next, Alex wrote, "I want to help someone. I want to make a positive difference in someone's life." Yes, Alex is passionate about stand-up comedy, but she never got around to it. That's why Alex wrote that she wanted to perform stand-up comedy one day. Next, she wanted to get a tattoo, but her mother had written in red ink, "Don't get a tattoo, don't get one." Next, Alex wanted to camp out under the open sky on a full moon night. Then, she wanted to read a Mobiku book. Then, she wanted to learn to drive. Then, she wanted to find true love. Then, she wanted to play one-on-one with a famous basketball player. This was a list Alex made when she was 13. Alex then pulls out a city from the cover that Elizabeth left for her. In it, Elizabeth says, "Son, I know you're still angry that Mom didn't give you anything. And on top of that, they took away my job. But if you believe that whatever your mother does, she'll do it for your own good, then listen to me patiently, son." Saying this, she shows me this to-do list. Actually, friends, Elizabeth has kept all these toys and other things Alex kept as a child. She says, "Son, you made this list when you were 13. Back then, you had a clear idea. This is what you want to do in life. But now you're all grown up. And at this age, do you have a to-do list? No, right? I mean, you don't have a clear goal at all. I think you're forgetting who you are and just trying to find the safest path in life. Your first wish was to become a teacher, but did you make any effort to achieve that goal? No? And then this tattoo. Believe me, you should just give up on this tattoo wish. It would seem completely useless. And as for finding true love, I know you love Finn, but son, I'm telling the truth. I don't think it's true love. As long as I was safe, I would have saved you from all your troubles. But now I am not with you. That's why I've set some tasks for you. As you complete each task on this to-do list, Brad will give you a CD of mine after each task. And when you complete all the tasks on this to-do list, you'll receive a beautiful red cover. This cover will contain what I really want to give you. See you in the next CD.buy. With that, Elizabeth ends the video. Yes, friends, it seems Elizabeth did all this for Alex for a reason. When Alex tells her friends about this, one of them asks, "Why do you need to do all this for the sake of property?" Another says, "It's a need." How will she survive without property? To find out if someone is your true love, you need to ask yourself the questions. If your partner's name comes to your mind in response to all these questions, then it means that he is your true love. First question, can you openly tell your partner whatever is in your mind without censoring? Second question, does he behave lovingly? Third question, does he understand you so well that he makes every effort to bring out the best version of you? Fourth question, can you imagine him as the father of your children? If Finn's name comes to mind in response to these questions, then he is your true love. Alex's friend leaves with a great way to identify true love. Friends, if you're in love, you can try this method. When Alex goes to Finn's house, he's playing a game as usual, saying he's developing one. He starts inhaling drugs through his mouth and nose. Alex angrily asks, "What's going on, Finn?" He replies, "The game should be easy under the influence, difficult under normal circumstances. I'm just testing it." Using this kind of lame logic, he continues playing the game. He doesn't seem to care that Alex is there. Who would imagine such a jerk as the father of their children? Absolutely not. Then, looking at Alex's to-do list, he mocks him, saying, "This is all nonsense. This to-do list, this food list, this nonsense." And what's more, he has no idea what Alex wants to do in life. He's simply lost in his own world, engrossed in his own game, thinking in the future. "I want to open a gaming company. I'll make you the CEO." Alex gets irritated. "You're looking for a slave to work without pay, right? And you want me to be that slave." Seeing the word tattoo on the list, he doesn't consider what Alex wants to get tattooed. She has something resembling a joystick on her hand, and he says, "Okay, do one thing, you get this tattoo." And so, this crazy Finn fails all the questions. So, Alex says goodbye to him forever, packs her bags, and heads straight to her mother's house. After all, Alex can stay here for 90 days. That's what was written in the law. Then she goes to Brad and says, I am ready to do all these tasks. With that, she also tells him about her breakup. There's a photo of a woman, friends. Alex asks, who is she? He replies, she is my girlfriend. She's very beautiful. You've made a great choice. But you probably don't know how to choose a tie. You're wearing a really bad tie. Alex begins her first task, reading the book Moby Dick. While reading, she falls asleep and misses her station. Then she attempts to play Elizabeth's favorite song on the piano, but she can't quite perform it. She then considers getting a tattoo, but ultimately decides to try stand-up comedy. She goes to Posse's Pump and performs stand-up comedy. Brad also comes to watch, but a man in the audience teases her, and at one point, her words cross the line. Alex makes fun of him, making everyone laugh. A man from the audience comes up to the microphone and says, listening to Alex's comedy, it doesn't seem like she's performing on stage. For the first time, everyone praises Alex. After completing a task on the to-do list, Brad gives Alex another CD from Elizabeth. Since Alex doesn't have a CD player, he offers Alex his laptop, which will allow Alex to play the CD. In the video, Elizabeth says, I know you'll definitely accept this challenge, son. Step out of your safe, boring life and do something adventurous. At least once a day, do something you're afraid to do. Friends, let me tell you something. Many of us are afraid to go to our boss and ask for leave. We're afraid to ask for a raise. There are many such things we're afraid to do, and even if we do it with fear. So, Elizabeth advises us not to be afraid of our fears, but to run away from them. Face them and do the things we used to be afraid to do. Brad is also listening to all this. Later, he says, I also want to ask my senior, Lloyd, how long will he keep me as his associate? When will he make me his partner? I'll ask him everything. Alex says, then why don't you just ask? Ask right now. But Brad says, not today. I'll ask tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. If you're nuts, or I'll ask next week. No, friend, next month will be fine. He laughs and says, I know a children's shelter home that needs a teacher. It's a 6-month temporary position. If you want to try, go ahead. I'll talk to them. You'll get a salary too. So Alex agrees, friends. And now Alex has already read half of the book, which is called Modic. One day, while she's traveling on a train, a smart guy sits in front of her. He says, I tried to read this book too, but couldn't get past the first chapter. Then a crowd gathers and Alex gets off, telling him to go on his bike. Then, Alex goes to the children's shelter school, where every child's record is kept in a file. It's all written down, including how to treat each one. What are their positives and negatives? What makes them angry? And so on. The senior teacher there says the teacher who was teaching these children is on maternity leave. So, for the next 6 months, you'll have to teach them. You'll have to handle them. While Alex is looking at the file, the bell rings and the children come into the class. After quieting them down and starting the lesson, Alex loses her cool. Those kids were dangerous. Then, after teaching a chapter, she asks them to write about it. Instead of writing, one boy draws a drawing. Alex takes his drawing book and tells him to write first. Then take his drawing book back from me. The boy angrily snatches his drawing book and storms out. When Alex goes to complain about him, the senior teacher says, look, it's clearly written in that boy's file, never take his drawing book away from him. Didn't you read it? Alex replies, I didn't have time to study. By then, the bull had escaped. The teacher then takes Alex to a psychiatrist who helps the school handle these children. The psychiatrist is none other than the smart man Alex saw on the train, who claimed to have read the book. His name is Alan. He tells Alex, look at that boy. Don't force him. We can change him gradually. Nothing will happen in a day. Then, Alex takes on her next task. No war, peace with Dad. To reconcile with her father, she goes to dinner with him. But Dad knows that Alex is always late. That's why they've been waiting for her. And even today, she's late. Friends, during dinner, she praises her mother profusely, describing how wonderful she is. I mean, she was, but her father says, "Son, your mother wasn't as innocent as you think." And now Alex gets angry, asking, "What did you do? Tell me, did my mother cheat on you?" And then Alex pays the bill. Friends, not getting a clear answer to her question, Alex can't help but ask the same question again and again. Then her father says, "Son, I only found out the truth about you about a year before you were born, and since then, our relationship has been strained, and we even separated." Hearing this, Alex is shocked. Friends, she doesn't understand anything. But then she calls her brothers and sisters-in-law and tells them that her mother and father separated before she was born. So, is my biological father someone else? And then Dad tells her, "Son, your biological father is a musician." To learn more about him, she meets Brad. They both go to select a tie for Brad, who is going to meet his girlfriend. But Brad doesn't know how to choose a proper tie. So Alex helps him out and selects a perfect tie. They also buy the right shirt to go with it. Then Brad gives Alex his next CD, Moby Dick, because Alex has finished reading it completely. They talk very openly. Brad says, "I'm reading that book too." On the latest CD, Elizabeth tells Alex, "Learn piano and play my favorite song well." Alex used to have piano lessons as a child. Now, Alex goes back to her piano teacher and she agrees to teach. But she puts one condition: "Look, like my other students, you must give your first performance on stage." Alex agrees and begins learning piano again. She practices hard. She gives the boy who doesn't pay attention in class and keeps drawing a book about drawing. She has recorded some of the lessons as a musical drama. She also gives him a CD and tells him to watch it when he has time. But the boy comes out and throws the materials on the street. This angers Alex, and then she goes to complain to Ellen about this. Ellen was supposed to go to a party with his girlfriend today, but it seems she cancelled the date. Ellen says, "It's a very important party. I have to go. If you want, come with me. You'll get a chance to tell me what's going on." Alex also goes with her. A very tall basketball player is at the party. Alex asks, "Can I talk to him?" Ellen says, "I'll introduce you to him. Come." Brad and his girlfriend are also at the party. Ellen also knows Brad's girlfriend. Then it's revealed that Brad's girlfriend once dated Ellen, but they later broke up. Brad and Ellen are discussing this, and then it's shown that Alex is very friendly and chatting with the tall player. She looks very happy, and what's more, the player even gave her his email. Hearing this, Ellen praises Alex, saying, "You've done a great job." Then, in the midst of conversation, they kiss. A few months pass, and Ellen and Alex are now dating well. She introduces Ellen to her family. Alex's real father is still unknown. Meanwhile, Alex learns to play the piano quite well, and as her teacher had predicted, her debut will be in a stage performance. Alex plays so well that she receives her mother's next CD. As a child, Elizabeth used to make Alex and her brothers clean cars and donate the money she earned to orphanages, but the children were unaware of this and planned to use the money to buy gaming devices. Elizabeth explains this in her video. She tells Alex her next task, which Alex had written on her to-do list, to make a positive difference in the lives of those around her. For this task, Alex organizes a donation camp for a charity. To promote it, she invites the famous basketball player as a guest. Many people come to see him, and Alex also plays with him, and the children in the fridge are delighted. She then receives another CD, in which Elizabeth tells her to learn driving, as Alex had written it on her list. Alex learns that too, but drives in zigzags. Then, in class, Alex asks the students to write something, and the boy who doesn't listen to Alex and keeps drawing, he wrote everything she told him to write, meaning he's improved. But he also made a drawing in his own handwriting. He seems to be a really talented kid, friends, but for some reason, he's very irritable. Alex realizes that she's definitely making a difference in the girl's life. Alex and Ellen become very close here. Alex introduces her to her friend. Now, one day, Alex sees her father across the street, who is in a hurry. He says goodbye to Alex and leaves in a taxi. Alex then meets Brad, who gives Alex another CD to complete the task. Brad has hired a detective agency to find Alex's real father, and he says, "I've paid them. Give me the money when you can. There's no hurry." Alex is overjoyed, kisses him on the cheek, thanks him and leaves. Then, they just sit in a park and talk. They share a lot about their relationships. Ellen and Alex always meet at Ellen's house. Alex asks, "Why don't you ever come to my house? You're always dragging me into your world. Come and stay in mine sometimes." Ellen says, "Okay, I'll come to your house too." But today, some of Ellen's friends are coming over and they want to meet Alex. That's why Alex comes to Ellen's house. And now, one of Ellen's friends has written a book. Everyone starts talking about it, but Alex tells her, "Sorry, I haven't read it." This hurts Ellen a little. After a month, Ellen comes to stay at Alex's house, as Alex had wanted. Alex had also invited his family, and they all keep talking about each other. This all seems very strange to Ellen because he's never been in such an environment before. He thinks they're just not listening to each other. Then someone tells Elaine that Alex hasn't found his true love yet. If he had, he would have ticked that off on his to-do list. Hearing this, Elaine becomes a little angry, and that very night, he asks Alex, "Am I not your true love?" They argue over this and Elaine leaves angrily. Meanwhile, Alex's biological father has been found, who lives far away. Alex, Brad, and his girlfriend set out in a car to meet him. They finally reach a hotel, where Alex and Brad go to the reception to talk. But their behavior makes Brad's girlfriend suspect something is going on between them. In reality, Brad and Alex had booked separate rooms, which they were discussing upgrading to a deluxe room. But Brad's girlfriend suspects that Brad and Alex have fallen in love, and this makes her feel a little jealous. Then they settle into their rooms. Alex and Brad leave to meet Alex's real father. Alex asks, "Is your girlfriend not coming?" Brad says she had some urgent work. She's gone out to the city. They go to a restaurant where Alex's father, the real father, is playing music. They both keep their eyes on him. He notices this and comes over to ask, "Do you want a selfie with me?" But when Brad mentions Alex's name, he immediately realizes it's his daughter. In the next scene, Alex and her father are sitting at a table, talking. Brad is sitting at another table so the father and daughter can talk alone. Alex asks, "Have you never wanted to see me even once in all these years?" He explains, "Son, I came to see you once. You even came out. But then your father, your mother's husband, returned home from work. Seeing him, your face lit up instantly, and you ran to hug him. He lovingly picked you up, played with you, and then took you inside." Alex couldn't believe it, as she hadn't remembered being so close to her other father. Then her real father said, "It's absolutely true, dear. You were so happy with him that day. That's why I didn't meet you then, because I couldn't possibly love you more than the man who raised you. In my opinion, he's your real father." Meanwhile, the friends are called to play a different song, and they say goodbye to Alex and leave. Meeting him, Alex feels relieved and she leaves, very emotional, holding Brad's hand. They then wander around for a bit and go to their respective rooms. But they both feel strange and perhaps they are made for each other. There's a door between the two rooms which they open and become intimate. But the next morning, Alex feels very guilty for having done something wrong. But then Dad tells her, "You don't need to feel guilty because my girlfriend and I broke up yesterday. She didn't go out for anything. I lied to you. She broke up with me and left." Alex asks, "But what was the reason for the breakup?" Brad says, "You were the reason. She thought I wasn't as comfortable with her as I seemed to be with you." Hearing this, Alex feels even more guilty. Then they head back to the city. They don't talk to each other the entire way. Both of them feel ashamed. Brad says, "You don't need to blame yourself. I liked you so much from the first moment I met you." But Alex says, "You should have told me before you got intimate with me, not because of me. Otherwise, I never would have made this mistake." She says, "Your girlfriend left you because of me." That Ellen is sitting there, he says, "I missed you so much all this time. I'm telling the truth. I missed your smile so much." But Alex says, You like me, don't you? But you don't want to accept my family and my friends, and I can't leave them all and come live with you. So it's better for us to break up." With that, Alex goes home, but angrily, she finishes her to-do list. She reveals that this is the root of all the trouble. Friends. The next day, she sees an ad for a game on a bus. It's the same game her ex-boyfriend Finn was developing. Alex is stunned, wondering if her game was actually ready so quickly and being promoted. A little shocked, she goes to school. Ellen is talking to someone there. The two exchange casual glances. It seems they've moved on. Then, Alex goes home to find her two brothers have set up a tent outside. One of Alex's to-do lists was to set up camp under the open sky on a full moon night, staring at the moon. Her two brothers have come to help her complete that task. That night, the siblings lie down, staring at the moon and share memories of their childhood. Then, they go upstairs and start talking. Both brothers ask if they'll show them their mother's videos or watch them themselves. Then Alex plays all the CDs she's found so far. In one video, Elizabeth explains that as a child, they cleaned cars and thought they'd buy games with the money they earned. But they didn't know I was going to donate all that money to the French, she says. Elizabeth laughs, and they laugh at her childish thinking and actions. Alex then shows off a tattoo on her hand. This means she's completed this task on her to-do list. Although Elizabeth had told her not to, she didn't insist. Then Alex goes to meet her father. Yes, not the real one, but the one she's currently with who lovingly raised her. And today, for the first time, she arrives on time. Seeing her father, she hugs him, realizing she receives more love from him than from her own father. She's very emotional at this point, and after reconciling with her father, the task is complete. Then Alex goes to meet Brad at his office. She's brought a gift for him, but Brad isn't there. His senior lawyer is there. Alex asks, "Where is Brad?" The senior says, "He's a little busy. He's just become a partner at the firm, so he has a lot of work." Alex asks, "How did this happen so suddenly?" The senior laughs and says, "He suddenly barged into my cabin and started yelling at me, saying, 'I've worked so hard for this company, generated so much profit. Then why didn't you make me a partner for so many years? How long will you keep me as an associate lawyer?' I was just waiting for him to muster the courage to ask me all this. Finally, he mustered the confidence and courage. He said it, and I made him a partner. Well, did you bring this gift for him? Show me." Alex says, "Yes, he's a great lawyer, but he can't even select a tie for himself. So I brought him a nice tie. And yes, I've completed all the tasks my mother gave me except one. Find true love. Maybe that's just not in my destiny." Then senior lawyer reads a letter from Elizabeth. Elizabeth writes that trying to find true love in just 6 months is utter foolishness. "I've searched for true love my entire life, but I never found it. That's why I'll never expect you to find your true love so quickly. You tried to find your true love. That's enough." Elizabeth had told senior lawyer that even if Alex loses this final task, he must give her the final gift she wanted to give him. Okay, friends, and did you know the gift contains another CD and a document that states that Alex will get Elizabeth's house, but only when she recognizes herself and understands what she wants to do. Alex can either live in the house or rent it out. All the expenses for maintenance, taxes, and other expenses will be met by Alex through the interest on a fixed deposit. In this way, Elizabeth has devised a brilliant plan for Alex so that she never lacks anything. Upon learning all this, Alex becomes extremely emotional and begins to cry. Senior lawyer says, "Oh, why are you crying? I'm allergic to tears. I'll send bread right away." With that, he leaves. Alex then returns home and takes care of that last moment. The ladder plays, in which Elizabeth says, "Son, you've finally made it, but you can't stop there. You must continue to strive to your fullest. If you haven't found your troll yet, don't worry. Even if it takes a lifetime to find it, keep trying." Then, in the video, Alex appears and asks Elizabeth, "Mom, what are you doing?" Perhaps Alex also arrived at the scene and asked, "Mom, what are you doing?" Elizabeth replied, "Son, This is my new project. But at that time, Alex didn't know that Elizabeth was making a CD for her, which would be useful to her in the future, and that Alex would inherit all this after Elizabeth's death. She had no idea. She hugs Elizabeth and says, "I don't know how I'll live without you, Mom. I miss you." Then, Elizabeth hugs Alex and says, "I love you, daughter." And then, looking at the camera, she says, "By the way, this scene is very touching, friends." Seeing all this, Alex struggles to control her tears. She becomes very emotional. And then she realizes that her true love is Brad. Alex had learned to drive and even got her license. But still, she drove with fear. Even people on bicycles would overtake her. She drove so slowly. Somehow, she reaches Brad's house. Brad is sleeping inside. But suddenly, he feels as if someone has hit his car parked outside. He wakes up with a start. Oh, look, he was probably reading the same book Alex was supposed to be reading. He comes out in a panic and sees that Alex's car has hit his car. He asks, "Why did you damage my car? And what have you come here for? Do you want to be friends again? Look, nothing like this will happen between us. We will never get along." Alex says, "I didn't come here to be friends." Brad says, "Well, then we'll remain enemies. Good night." Irritated, he starts to leave. But Alex says, "I don't want to be just friends. I want to go a step further." And then a small light goes on in Brad's head. He stops, slowly turns around and starts listening to Alex. Alex says, "I don't think you should interpret anything said in anger. Maybe I made that mistake too. Anyway, my friends and I often talk about true love. We always have the questions to determine true love. If someone's name comes up in the answers to those for questions, then that's true love. Maybe you'll be interested in those questions too. Should I tell you? The first question is, does your partner care for you? You've always cared for me, right? The second question is, can you tell your partner everything that's on your mind without hesitation? Are you that comfortable with him or her? And when I first met you, to me, you were just a lawyer. But then I felt so comfortable with you that I told you about all my past relationships. Listen to the third question. Can your partner bring out the best version of you? Can he help you achieve that? And who I am today is all because of you. Tell me how much you helped me find my best version. And you are the answer to the fourth question I have. Saying this, Alex shows her mobile. The fourth question on it is, can you imagine your partner as the father of your children? Meaning, can you imagine a happy family with him? She says, I can't imagine anyone else in this situation except you. And with that, she hugs Brad, and they kiss. With this, the story ends with a happy ending. Perhaps now you've understood why Elizabeth didn't just give her property to Alex. Why did she give him her property after giving him so many tasks? Because Alex wanted to make him feel all these things. Thanks for watching.